Fans around the world, thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another exciting episode of Boxing News today. But I obviously need another coffee. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with a couple of results. The first one, courtesy of Roy Jones Jr. Two hot prospects, trained and promoted by ring legend Roy Jones Jr., were victorious on Thursday night at Legends Casino in Toppenish, Washington. In the main event, undefeated hometown super middleweight favorite Andrew Murphy, 8-0, 5 knockouts, successfully defended his NBA Americas title against Devontae McDonald, 5-3, 1 knockout, with a hard-fought 8-round unanimous decision. Also undefeated super featherweight Mandeep Jangra, 7-0, 4 knockouts, defeated Gerardo Esquivel, 5-4, 1 knockout by 10-round unanimous decision to claim the vacant NBA Intercontinental title. Good news. Elsewhere, I want to tell you about what happened in Montreal, which I've been talking about for the past couple of days. Undefeated super middleweight contender Erik Bazinyan, 32-0, ranked in the top 5 by all 4 major sanctioning organizations, scored a third-round knockout over Billy Godoy, 41-7, on Thursday night at the Casino de Montreal in Montreal, Canada. Bazinyan dropped Godoy for the count with 2 big hands in time with 2 minutes, 23 seconds of that third round. Unbeaten light heavyweight Albert Ramirez, 18-0, 15 knockouts, had to work hard to defeat Artur Ziaditov, 15-2, by the way, by 10-round unanimous decision. Judges weren't giving Ziaditov anything, as it was not a lopsided bout at all. In a non-title bout, NABF super lightweight champ Steve the Dragon Claggett, 38-7-2, pounded on Marcos Gonzalez for 2 rounds, and Gonzalez did not come out for round number 3. Claggett is rated WBC number 8, number 14 in WBO, and IBF has him at number 15. So good for Claggett. All right, another Canadian, I believe, from Calgary. Rebounding from consecutive losses, Canadian female junior middleweight favorite Mary Spencer, 8-2, got back in the win column with a first-round technical knockout over Sonia Dreiling, 6-4. Dreiling didn't come out for round number 2. Good news for Mary Spencer, a former Olympic competitor for Canada and a great amateur, and now on her way in the professional ranks. Rebounding from consecutive losses, Canadian female, unbeaten lightweight John Orobio, 6-0, stopped Juan Ramirez, 5-5, with a body shot to end round number 2. Unbeaten super middleweight Wilkins Mathieu, 7-0, punished late sub Oscar Quintano, 6-5, until Soto's corner waved the towel in round number 4. Unbeaten middleweight Moreno Fondero, 4-0, scored a second-round knockout against Ricardo Lara. Fondero dropped Lara once in round 1 and twice in round 2. So a great fight night over in Montreal. Let's hear more from Eye of the Tiger as the year progresses. Looks like Jaime Munguia and John Ryder had a final press conference before their tilt. Undefeated super middleweight Jaime Munguia, 42-0, and John the Gorilla Ryder, 32-6, promoted by Eddie Hearn, faced off at a final press conference ahead of their clash for the WBC silver title at Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Streamed worldwide on DAZN. Said Munguia, I know that John Ryder's a tough fighter. He has lost and he has won close fights, but I'm ready. I'm ready to do this on Saturday. Go Mexico. John Ryder, it's been a fight long in the pipeline, he said. I'm glad we're fighting. It's a fight like I needed since the Canelo defeat, and I want to continue operating at the level I've been operating at. This is the fight to kick me on and push me in my career, he said. We're going to get to this Amazon card now. Big news. It's official. The era of Amazon Prime Boxing begins March 30th. The inaugural pay-per-view event will take place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, with a lineup headed by Australian Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. As well, we're going to see Rolly Romero take on Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which creates a bit of an issue for Ryan Garcia, which I'll get to in a second. And Erislandi Lara takes on Michael Zarafa. Sebastian Fundora versus Sergio Bohachok rounds out the card. The WBO would not sanction the Tszyu Thurman tilts will not be a title affair. Said Thurman, I'm back in action. I'm happy to be part of this first event with PBC on Prime Video. Tim stands out as an exceptional fighter, and I've always had admiration for his performances. His distinctive style provides a perfect stage for me to exhibit the relentless dedication I poured into training, refining my skills, and fortifying my mental game. This fight promises a spectacular showdown between two of the most electrifying fighters in the sport, an event that demands attention. Good things come to those that wait. Them days are over, he said. Bright lights and action are up ahead. Let's shake up the world of boxing one more time on Prime Video. That would be Amazon Prime Video. So that created a bit of a reaction, courtesy of our good friend Eddie Hearn, who was quite critical of the headliner for the event. Hearn has doubts that a non-title fight between Tszyu, 24-0, 19 knockouts, who doesn't have a large following in the United States, and the 35-year-old Thurman, 30-1, a fighter who hasn't fought in 2 years. He doesn't think that's the right matchup to headline this pay-per-view event. And he doesn't say who he feels should be in the main event on March 30th, but he clearly thinks Thurman and Tszyu lack the star power needed to attract U.S. fans to purchase the event, and I assume UK fans as well. If this were 2016, having Thurman on pay-per-view would make sense, but not now, he says. Fans haven't seen one time in years, and he doesn't possess the name recognition needed for pay-per-view. He'd be a decent undercard fighter in the same realm as 40-year-old Erslandy Lara, who was also on that March 30th card, as I just mentioned. Hearn feels that boxing fans won't purchase the May 30th event on Amazon Prime pay-per-view without a flagship main event. He says it doesn't work putting on a bunch of good fights if the main event isn't one that people feel is worthy of pay-per-view. Money talks, bullshit walks. Thurman used to be a popular fighter many years ago, but he's now been forgotten by fans mainly due to his inactivity. One-time Thurman has fought 3 times in the last 7 years, and younger fans just don't know who he is. To them, Thurman's just an old, bald, middle-aged looking guy, and that will not register with them to get them interested in purchasing the March 30th event on Amazon Prime. That came to us courtesy of Cameron out of BoxingNews24.com. Great story. And of course, Eddie Hearn's no stranger to the comments he makes here on Talkin' Fight. Alrighty, Ryan Garcia, though, had some comments. It looks like his next fight will be on April 20th, and it's a big fight, says promoter Oscar De La Hoya, who isn't saying who the highly ranked number 4 WBA, number 5 IBF, number 6 WBC, and number 9 WBO Garcia, 24-1, who that highly ranked contender would be, but it'll be someone big, assures Oscar De La Hoya. Garcia lost his chance to fight WBA light welterweight champion Rolando Rolly Romero, who surprised him by negotiating a fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, as I just mentioned, for March 30th, as I just mentioned, on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. De La Hoya hasn't given up on matching Ryan against Rolly, saying they can still fight after Romero defends against Cruz. Said De La Hoya, we have April 20th. That's our date. I'm going to announce something really, really big when it gets signed. So it's fair to say that Ryan's April 20th opponent will be someone who is harmless at the level of what fans have seen fight over the last few years. Dangerous opponents will be the ones that Ryan can make a killing fighting, like Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and to a certain extent, Rolly. He's not really dangerous, but he is for Ryan. Oscar didn't say whether he would attempt to put a fight together with Cruz and Ryan if he comes out victorious on March 30th. Rolly likely has a rematch clause in the contract with Pitbull, so De La Hoya will still need to wait for those two to fight twice before he looks to match Ryan against the winner. We'll have to wait and see. But this, of course, does not make Ryan Garcia very happy. Apparently, he's a influencer in terms of his fans on social media, and no one, according to BoxingScene.com, was more surprised or disappointed than Ryan Garcia to learn Thursday that Rolly Romero will fight Isaac Cruz next and not him. Garcia thought late Wednesday night that representatives for him and Romero were in the process of finalizing a deal for them, as I said, on April 20th for Romero's WBA super lightweight title. PBC instead announced Thursday afternoon that North Las Vegas Romero, 15-1, will defend his WBA 140-pound crown against Mexico City's Cruz, who's 25-2-1, 17 knockouts, who will move up from the lightweight limit of 135 pounds to challenge Romero on March 30th, as I said, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The Romero-Cruz fight will be the co-feature of the PBC's inaugural show with Amazon Prime, a pay-per-view event that will feature WBO junior middleweight champ Tszyu 24-0 against former WBA, WBC welterweight champ Keith Thurman. That's going to be a 12-rounder, by the way, non-title fight. Romero's decision to face Cruz has left Garcia searching for an opponent. The Victorville, California native announced on social media early this month, go figure, that he instructed his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, to pursue a showdown with Romero rather than the fight he initially stated that he wanted with rival Devin Haney, who's 31-0, as I just said, 15 knockouts. And he owns that WBC super lightweight title. Said Garcia, look, I was informed the deal was finalizing and it would be announced in the coming days. Obviously, that was a lie. My patience has been tested the last few weeks. I'm trying my best to be honest and real as I can, you guys. I'll be looking forward to announcing my next fight. I'm not going to say anything until it's actually signed and delivered. I still look forward to putting on a big pay-per-view for DAZN Boxing. Have a blessed day. So Garcia didn't specify who he thought was lying. Regardless, Romero's decision gutted Garcia, who Wednesday night had announced that the Romero fight would indeed happen in April. 420, by the way, on DAZN Boxing, pay-per-view tickets and locations soon, said Garcia in the message on Twitter, now X. It's time to enter battle once again. I understand there's been a lot of confusion, but this fight is happening. I'm happy to announce this. Everyone's going to post this soon, so don't worry. I love you guys. Comment what you think. The 25-year-old Garcia also noted Wednesday night on that same social media feed that Floyd Mayweather, whose company promotes Romero, announced on Instagram that Romero Garcia would be next. So Garcia said, by the way, Floyd posted this fight before everyone, so you know it's happening. Well, boxing fans, guess what? It ain't. So this is the world we live in. This is the industry we choose to talk about. That's why we call it Talk and Fight, because it's never over till it's over. And I guess you got to wait until everything's said, signed, done, deal. The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, as I say. Thanks for joining me here on Talk and Fight. Appreciate it. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.